So this week's been all about Ethereum. We've just come out of the Ethereal Summit, but it's not all about Ethereum. And in fact, some people think that there may be some Ethereum killers out there. Kingsley, you believe it is some Ethereum killers out there. Who are they?
Yeah, so there's a new wave of blockchains that have the potential to dethrone Ethereum. So firstly, we've got Oasis, which is a new blockchain led by Dawn Song, who's a leading cryptography researcher out of University of Berkeley. So their blockchain has 600 times greater throughput, 400 times lower latency, and 1,000 times lower transaction fees than Ethereum.
So how many transactions per second are we talking about?
So we're talking thousands of transactions per second. To give you some perspective, Ethereum is about 10 to 15 transactions per second at the moment. But really, to scale up to worldwide use cases, we need to get to hundreds of thousands and millions of transactions per second.
A blockchain is not all about the technology. It's also about the development team. And no one's got a big enough development community that can match the number of developers that are developing on Ethereum.
So Ethereum does have the biggest developer community in blockchain at the moment. It will be a challenge for new blockchains to get the same adoption that Ethereum has had.
Other than Oasis, who else could take Ethereum out?
Thunder, which is a new blockchain led by Elaine Shi, who's a world-leading cryptographer out of Cornell University. They have a novel proof-of-stake consensus mechanism.
Who else could disrupt Ethereum?
So Zilliqa is a new project out of National University of Singapore, and it's the first blockchain to implement sharding.
So they use sharding, and sharding essentially means that they break up the transactions into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Ethereum's talking about implementing sharding. When is Ethereum going to implement sharding?
So Vitalik recently released an update to sharding. So they will release their project in different stages.
So you're talking about 3 projects that may really disrupt Ethereum. You're talking about Oasis, you're talking about Thunder, and you're talking about Zilliqa. Who's going to win the race?
It's too hard to tell at the moment who will win the race. The blockchain that also has the technical prowess as well as the developer adoption will ultimately win.
Wow, those are really some big statements, and I wonder if Ethereum can actually be disrupted. I want to hear from you. Do you think Ethereum can be disrupted? If you do, get me on my Twitter @CryptoManRun and